If you are looking to build a budget PC that will destroy 1080p resolution and can also run at 1440p with no issues in 2025, then you came to the right place, because I show you the best budget gaming PC build that you can get in 2025 featuring the new Intel Arc B570 graphics card. I'll tell you exactly which components to buy, and I'll show you the level of gaming performance that you can expect with this system. Keep in mind that even though the price is amazing for this cheap gaming PC, I want to say that the price might be different when you're watching this because it keeps changing every single day. So I do recommend you checking the latest prices and availability from the links down in the video description where you can find this gaming PC. My name is Valentino. That being said, let's start. So let's start with the most important thing here, and that is the CPU and GPU combo. Here for the CPU you get a Ryzen 5 7600X, which is one of the best value CPUs that you can get right now for just any graphics card really. And for the graphics card, of course, we get the new Intel Arc B570. Now this combo will be perfect for 1080p resolution gaming on ultra settings in any game, and I will tell you the exact level of performance not only for high demanding games but also for esports shooters like Fortnite or Valorant in just a moment. Now for the rest of the components, you get an aftermarket CPU cooler in the ID Cooling SE214XT. This is, in my opinion, one of the best value coolers that you can get. Looks amazing and it's going to be perfect for this Ryzen 5 processor. Then you get a B570 motherboard that's going to be really amazing for the price that you are paying. It has Wi-Fi included, which is always a plus, and you get some SSD slots, so if you ever need more storage you can always upgrade down the line, which by the way you get a 1TB SSD, which is enough for most people. But again, if down the line you need more storage, let's say you want to put another 1TB SSD, you can easily upgrade because you have plenty of SSD slots inside this motherboard. Now the memory is quite important as well, and here you get 32 gigs of DDR5 memory. This is going to be crucial if you want to do something like streaming. So this system is not only great for gaming, but it's also very good for streaming and content creation, because you get the Intel Arc B570, which is very good for streaming and content creation, but also because you get plenty of RAM. By the way, this is 6000 MHz CL30 timings, which is the sweet spot. Then for the case, you get this case right here in the Montec Air 100 ARGB. I absolutely love this case. It's very quiet, it has 4 pre-installed fans, so you don't have to install fans yourself. Looks amazing, plenty of RGB, and of course you can always turn it off. The price is not the cheapest out there, but I can safely recommend this case because it's really good quality and I had no issues when building my system inside of this case. And last but not least, you get a 600 watt power supply, which is going to be sufficient for this system because the B570 and Ryzen 5 7600X do not require a ton of power. And remember, we are talking about a budget build here, so we want to keep it cheap but also good quality. Now in terms of the exact level of gaming performance that you can expect with the Intel Arc B570, well, you can expect once again ultra settings at 1080p with no issues, and I'm talking about around 90 FPS on average at 1080p resolution ultra settings in high demanding games. But of course it will depend on the exact title and the settings, but for the most part you will be able to play these high demanding titles with no issues, because you also get 10 gigs of VRAM, which is more than the competition in the Nvidia RTX 4060, which by the way, that graphics card is about $80 more expensive, so you're spending $80 more and getting more VRAM and in some cases even more performance. And then when it comes to 1440p resolution high to ultra settings in these high demanding titles, you can expect over 60 plus FPS on average, so a very playable experience. And then of course you have the upscaler technology. If you play the most high demanding games and you want smoother frame rate, you can always turn on XeSS and have an amazing level of gaming performance even in the most high demanding games on ultra settings. In terms of esports shooters like Fortnite, Valorant, CS2 and these type of games, you can expect 240 plus FPS on average competitive settings. Now if you play a very easy to run esports game like Valorant in low settings, then you can expect even higher than 300 FPS, so feel free to go with a 240Hz or even 360Hz 1080p monitor if you are mainly focused in esports games. The good thing about the Intel Arc B570 is that it's in stock, so you can actually buy one, because the Intel Arc B580 was one one of the best value graphics cards in the market as well, going for 250, but it's out of stock everywhere and it's going for around 400 USD. Do not buy that graphics card for $400, trust me. But this one going for 220 bucks, it's a very interesting choice, and I do think that it's one of the best value graphics cards in the market. I have to tell you though, if you are thinking of buying this graphics card yourself for your PC, do not buy it if you have an old CPU like a Ryzen 5 5600 or below in terms of level of gaming performance, because these Intel graphics cards have some issues with older CPUs. But since you get the Ryzen 5 7600X inside of this system, you will have no issues. Now the price for this system will be around 800 USD, which is a very fair price considering that you are getting this amount of gaming performance. But keep in mind that you can also get it for cheaper if you go with a Ryzen 5 7500F processor. Now you can only get this CPU through AliExpress, so if you do not want to buy from China and you want to buy from the US because maybe you want your product to arrive earlier or from your own country, then get the Ryzen 5 7600 or 7600X. But if you're willing to buy from AliExpress, you can get the 7500F for 125 USD, and that CPU is almost the same when it comes to gaming performance as the 7600X, just slightly slower. So if you make that downgrade, the total price for this system will be around 750 bucks, which is even cheaper, and it's one of the best value budget gaming PCs in the entire market in 2025. But again, if you go with the 7600X, this system remains amazing value. And if you want a pre-built gaming PC instead, then I recommend you watching my video on the best budget pre-built PCs in the market. You can find that video in the middle of the screen, and remember that you will find this PC down in the video description with the latest prices and availability, and down below you can also find my personal PC help in case you want me to help you find the right system for your budget and needs. Whether it's a PC build or a pre-built PC, doesn't matter, I will help you out with the top link in the description. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one.